our quartet spends enough time on is synchronization. Yeah. The big key to really sounding in tune and sounding together and sounding full is singing perfectly together. And I'm telling you, I don't think your chorus or quartet does it enough. I've never heard you, but I'm sure that you're not doing it enough because it's never done enough. I'm telling you that, working to sing perfectly together pays way more dividends than anybody gives it credit for. If we were to sing My Soul, let's sing as well as we possibly can, but not be completely with my, just like that much off, just a little bit. Or up in the morning, we'll go back to up in the morning.
My soul.
My soul is tired and my sad heart's aching. The joy and hope all gone.
Just that,
and it's just a little bit.
It just it lacks all power. And you hear this all the time. Every time I coach a quartet or chorus, one of the first things I do is just, you gotta sing together. And we do this a duet, like we might, would you guys sing melody, both of you sing melody, and just listen to see if they sing it together.
My soul is tired and my sad heart's aching.
Heart's aching, okay? So we're just gonna keep going.
Heart's aching. Okay. Yeah, sorry. Same as it always has been.
Our quartet says hate is our love language.
I can't hear him with him that's screaming into my right ear.
You're welcome.
My soul is tired and my sad heart's aching.
So we might unison that. Then Brandon will sing baritone and sing at that same.
My soul is tired and my sad heart's aching.
It's more together. And then I'd say to Brandon that he probably could put a little bit more space.
My soul is tired and my sad heart's aching.
So it's just more together. So just always remember that that's really a critical thing. I just think we should get to a up tune so that we can practice that too. But go ahead.
Yeah, well, I just want to say, not to go on too much of a tangent, but Mike and I always talk about this, and we kind of developed a saying that we sit at contests, whether it's international and it's sitting in the top 10, and there's always so much emphasis put on the flashy arrangements and the costumes and all of the tricky runs and swipes and so forth, and sometimes they just don't work enough on stuff like singing together. And like serious, and so Mike came up with the phrase, it's like, everybody's worried about frosting the cake, and they need to start worrying about baking the cake. Baking the cake, without a cake, there's nothing to frost. Frosting doesn't mean a whole lot. Yeah. And when you're talking about the simple things, like singing together and working on these fundamentals,
consistent space,
all that other stuff comes along just fine. But
how many of you guys spend time working on matching vowels with your quartets or choruses? How many of you spend time talking about balancing chords and things like that? How often do we talk about matching vowels?
It's about
matching vowels. We almost never speak in terms of vowels. Vowels rarely in 10 years come up. It's always about matching these spaces in our voices. And when that resonance and that wall of sound is created, it's the spark and the ring is there, and the shade of the vowel doesn't bother you anymore. It may be slightly mismatched, but the ring is there. And it comes just from these consistent vocal productions, things that we're talking about. It's a salve that heals a ton of wounds. It really does.
Yeah.
Just connected voices.
it's not always the most fun work, but it's what pays the dividends.
Let's go to the, let's do a little bit of left tune. Yeah, I know a place.
So is that D there?
I know a place.
Just give you a up tune.
I know a place pretty as pie.